And we are live. Thank you, everyone, for joining another episode of Dan-A-Plooza. My guest at this time is the very talented, let's give a virtual round of applause for Celtic Curses.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me on today, Dan. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. So, for those watching and future watching, make sure to go ahead and follow Celtic Curses on the Instagram, social media, and if you are in the area, next Saturday there is a Dracula, a vampire theme drag and burlesque show that is on October 22nd, Saturday at 10 p.m. at TABU. I don't. What's
Taboo.
the name?
Yeah,
Taboo.
taboo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's over in the neighborhood. A lot of
Okay.
different burlesque shows and shows in general go on over there. It's going to be a lot of fun. I actually won the spot for this.
Oh wow.
To be in this show on Saturday. It was the night before I was leaving for Hawaii, and someone just posted, "Hey, open casting call." Actually, no, it was like the Thursday before Saturday. Open casting call to come win a spot for our Halloween theme show. So I was like, okay, sure. So I sent it in and literally pulled one of my gal pals up on stage with me and said, "Hey, is it cool if I pour wax on you?" Because it was a kink themed. And then they're like, "We can't have open flame." I was like, "What about blood?" And then it was way too much blood. But it got me the Saturday spot that I get paid for. So that's always a, it's got to get your name out there somehow. And if it's pouring blood on me and my girlfriend, then make it out on stage. And if that's what the people want to see, I'm going to give it to
them. Yep. So kudos in your victory. Even maybe even say like a bloody victory.
Yes, it was a very bloody victory. I still have to clean my boots. They're sitting in my guest shower from that night.
Okay.
It was so last minute. Yeah.
But you can reflect upon them as you clean them.
Yeah, just very. There was since it was so last minute, and I have all the tools for the. So it was like a witch themed dance, and then I pulled up, and I had the candles at the end, and it was like burning like a witch in a Puritan town type thing. But then I couldn't do that. I was like, okay, well, I've used blood before. I'll just run down to Columbus Boulevard and buy some fake blood. And all the blood I was reading, like the big cheap, and I knew I needed a lot. They said, never put near your eyes or your mouth ever. I was like, oh, okay, I need to put this near my skin. Like it was purely for decoration. And for like a little quart, I would say like a quart of oil, it was like maybe this big. It was $51, and I bought 3 of them. I really only needed half of one, and it was so thick and so sticky and just so. It was fun, but nowhere has paper towels anymore in bathrooms. So just being like drenched in blood, wearing just pasties and a thong while trying to like wash myself off in the one sink that they have. So that's it's always a learning experience. I feel every show that I've done so far, since I've been doing burlesque for only a year now, I learned like a new, like, okay, next time I'm going to make sure I bring XYZ, and I'm going to make sure that this comes with me, and I have this, and so I have a complete closet in my house that's just full of different costumes, costume pieces, body tape, glue, like wood sewing things. It's fun. There's a lot that goes into the world of burlesque and dance and performance that helps me really wind down after my 9 to 5.
And I think that's good that you have that to release after the normal day job. It's often said in times that sometimes we live the dual lifestyles. That way we can enjoy the things that we really enjoy to help us feel whole.
Yeah, 100%. I'm a businesswoman in the streets, and then a freak everywhere else. Usher. Christine Branigan. That's not even a lyric, I know. You can make fun of me for that one. But I've always been a dancer all my life, like from ballet and taps when I was little to actually I started doing competitive pole dancing, which was a lot of fun. But it wasn't, it was very structured and very like, because I mean, you can really hurt yourself. Then the pandemic happened and I like fell apart. And I finally was going back to the gym again, and I was going to put my weight, like do a trick, and my wrist was just like, no. Can I curse? Am I allowed to curse? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
My wrist said, fuck you. I didn't know if we had a dump button or not. So I wanted to make sure that I was allowed to say curse words.
Oh, yes.
And I went, and it's tendonitis, arthritis, like will never get better. So then I wasn't dancing again. And I went to a burlesque show on a date once, and I was just watching just the burlesque happened, other than like the burlesque on TV or, the movie with Cher and Christina Aguilera. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is what I need to do. And I enrolled in a class at the Philadelphia Burlesque Academy. It was like a 12-week course. And it was like teaching you how to make acts, teaching you like burlesque, like everything from A to Z. And my first show was last November, so almost a year now. And ever since then, I kind of just like hit the ground running, and constantly, like my goal is to have at least one show a month. This month I have 3, so it's been a a hustle, and it's takes up the time, but it also helps me. I got to meet a lot of people in a really awesome community that share the same lifestyle that I do, or the same, beliefs that I do. So where I'm in that corporate world where I have to like shut down, and then I can just like literally explode on the stage. And it's been a great ride for the past year. So it's it's fun. It's exciting.
Yes. Cursing is allowed on Dan-A-Plooza. We had somebody one time use 10 curse words. So
wow, like 10 separate curse words, or was it
no? This is the same word 10 times
over and over again. Okay. See,
he kind of ran with it.
I'm sitting in. So this is like where I also do my work from home mostly. Yeah. So I'm very like cognizant of what I'm saying, because I feel like I'm almost like on a job interview, but I'm not, because not a job interview, like doing like a call for work where I'm not allowed to say curse words.
Oh no, this
also depending who the
very
client
laid,
is.
Very laid back.
No dump button.
No. So I just keep moving forward. So you're allowed to speak what you are, because it's the talent and the people that we want heard. So language is always accepted. So.
I have a dirty hooker pirate mouth, so
That's fine. We had a pirate stream 2 days ago, so
yeah, I saw that. That was awesome. I also saw that you had the China impersonator on, and it's really funny because my first burlesque act was actually I walked out to the theme of The Undertaker, and had his hat and his gloves, and then I ripped out a heart and ate blood. So that's why. But I was different. I didn't have enough time to get the blood off the internet, which is way cheaper than that. Oh yeah. And it's Halloween, so of course everything's jacked up down on Washington Ave, if you're familiar with the Philadelphia area. And my cousin is a big wrestling fan as well, and he sent me a picture of her at some Comic-Con or something and said, like, look how much she looks like China. Isn't this insane? And then you posted, I was like, well, that is just like the synchronicity of that. I would have thought it was her if I didn't know that there was someone that looked so much like her. That's out there right now. So she was awesome to listen to.
She was going to be a guest, but then I got sick, and then she never responded. So it is what it is.
People come and go. This is easy. I just had to brush my hair. My lips are just naturally this red.
Yeah. And then next week on Thursday, we're going to have a cosplay panel for Halloween. So we'll have people dress up for that. And I know my friend Marcy. I was like, "Well, you don't have to," and she's like, "No, I'm gonna ready to be dressed up." I'm like, "Okay."
That makes it fun. I know, like, I don't know if they're listening or watching, but I was like, well, at least I'll put on a
Oh
fun
yeah.
Halloweeny top and brush my hair. For actually Friday, I was supposed to have a cosplay show. It
I
was
saw that.
they call themselves the cosplay players.
Yeah.
I met one of the people that started it in pole class, and we used to do pole together. And I can't do, and one of the reasons, like, I could still do some pole stuff, but I would be stuck at that level. And I'm that type of person where if I can't advance, I get pissed off, and I'm just like, fuck it, skips twice. So and I'm like, I'm out. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
And so I have anybody who's listening, and if you add me on social media and would like to see my video that I put all the time into making, it was a kawaii themed show. So it was, kawaii means cute in Japanese. So it was like a little, I'm dressed as a cute little bunny and I'm jumping around, and then it gets triple X rated. So it goes from kawaii to hentai. No, not so much hentai, but still not full nudity. Sorry, folks. But if anyone would like to see it, let me know. I'll send you the video for like even a $1 donation. I just spent so much time on these things, and it sucks when it gets canceled, and then I don't have anywhere to like put the use to. Like if it's a live show, sometimes like, okay, well, I didn't spend the hours to do my makeup. I didn't spend the hours like editing this and doing this all together. So it was kind of like, oh, cool. Like I had this video that I filmed, put together, creatively thought of, and because it's like I was a bunny, I did like cute kawaii, like Japanese, like just bunny makeup, which took forever because I would do it and I'm like, oh, I don't like it. I take it off, do it again. So just for that amount of time, I need some more people to see the video. So please hit me up if anybody wants to take a look at it.
I was gonna say, yeah, you transformed to kind of a racy kind of rabbit,
Yeah, a little bit. I got a little. I'll just like hit. There's some cake in it, so if you have some carrot cake that I eat at the end.
There you go.
You got to show your cake up on stage.
Well, I'll be definitely checking it out. So you can,
well, thank you. I appreciate it. You'll get a free video. I'll send it over to you for nothing.
Okay. And if you want me to just take like a picture to promote it, let me know, because that's what we do, and we try to get things over. So just let me know.
Just there. It's. I think the last one I posted on Instagram. Maybe you could just post that one, like,
okay,
and just post that over. But we can talk about it later.
Okay, yeah. I do have some questions, so let's get into them. Because I asked this for all burlesque performers. Do you have a favorite go-to prop that you like to use for your act?
So I would have to say go-to prop. I mean, I could say blood because I probably use that more as a prop than anything. But really it depends what the act is. So a couple weeks ago, I was a part of like it's not a phase, mom, and it was like an emo theme show, and I made myself like the scene queen of my dreams, and my prop was a microphone because I danced to a band called Taking Back Sunday. And the lead singer of that band would swing a microphone. Like his whole thing was swinging a microphone around. So I was like swinging a microphone, acting like, but doing like feather boa tricks and stuff. I really don't like think I have a favorite one. It's just really all dependent on what the act calls for. I've used wax in some other performances. I've used, like riding props for when I was a wild circus child. So my friend was my tamer, so she chased me around and whipped me with it. So really, you never know what you're going to get when you come see me in a show, because it's really up to what the vibe is. Oh
yeah, I was going to say I would hope maybe the song "Whip It" would play with the crowd.
It was a circus side, but that's a funny one. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind because that's I don't know. It's so fast, though. I sometimes,
Yeah.
if the song's too fast, I can't keep up. And I'm like, wait a minute. I already did everything I'm supposed to do, and there's 4 minutes left of the song.
Oh
I
yeah.
need to start counting my beats and not go by the words.
Yeah, I've asked others, and normally they tell me that they like a chair to use. That's a go-to
Yeah.
prop, is a chair, or their fans.
Chair, fans. Yeah, I've used chairs before. But I don't really consider that a prop. Kind of a prop, but not really a
Hmm.
prop. See, I think
Yeah.
one fun thing about burlesque is literally anything could be your prop from your, I have routines where I have this long, flowy, like rich wardrobe robe where I like flow around and I
Oh
use that
wow.
on stage as like a prop or a feather boa. So, or, even my clothes turn into a prop, by flinging them at people or wrapping them around people's necks and dragging them around. So it really just depends on what am I taking off and what am I putting on and what kind of show am I trying to put on at the
Definitely.
same time.
Well, I think that that's amazing, and hopefully someday I'll see it live. So, uh,
Yeah, I where are you located? I like looked it
I,
up. I couldn't. Are you?
I live in West Virginia.
Oh, okay. I had no idea. Well,
Yeah,
if I ever make it down south, I'll let you know. Or if you're ever up in the Philadelphia area,
yeah.
um,
I've
there's a show somewhere that you can come to if you would like.
I've been told to go check out Philly, and I've always wanted to check out Philly for just some of the sights and everything. So,
Yeah, I've been in Philly for 4 years now.
okay.
It is a very, it's a, I'm not a Philly person at, I was born in northern New Jersey. So
Okay.
when it comes to sports teams and things, I don't like Philadelphia sports. There goes my entire fan base. No, listen, I mean, anyone who's going to burlesque show, 9 out of 10 times they're not watching, they're not going for the sports. I like, New York Mets. I like the New York Giants, and those
Yeah.
are like curse words in these parts. So
um, well, you like what you like, and that's what's important. So never succumb to that. Like, I don't like Pittsburgh, the Steelers, and people like that because that's like curse. But I'm originally from Chicago, so I like all the Chicago teams. So,
okay, I got nothing wrong with the Chicago teams.
oh yeah,
My, I've never been to Chicago. I've flown into Chicago
oh
four
yeah.
times for work, but our offices were in the suburbs, so it was like an hour and a half to get back into the city. And I was like, and after corporate training all day, I'm just exhausted. I'm like, time for me to go to bed. Thanks. Have a great day.
I think you would like it. There are some shows down there, like I've seen Wicked and Phantom of the Opera. So those are a lot of fun if you're interested in the theater. I know they have some burlesque as well. So it's a very busy city, but definitely a lot to offer.
Yeah, I'll check it out. And I just thought of what my favorite prop actually is, and I would say
Okay.
my body is my favorite prop to
There
use in my.
you go.
I
There
don't know
you
what
go.
this move was, but
It's
because
awesome.
I
I
yeah,
can't do it as well.
just
Mine's a little
flow your
off.
hands up. I'd say, yeah, my body's probably my favorite prop because if the body's not working or into it, then everything
Mhm.
else would just fall apart.
Well, I say that's a good answer. You're
Thanks.
definitely amazing at you know working your magic. So
Thank you. I appreciate it. I
you're
really
welcome.
do.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I definitely have always enjoyed burlesque. So for you, do you like suffer when like the pandemic happened where you couldn't perform, or was virtual shows like an ideal an option for you?
So when the pandemic happened, I was still doing pole at the time. So I did not have the space in my first apartment to have a pull up. So I was like, there was no space for me to practice or do virtual shows. And then once it pandemic kept going on, and then we went back into the gyms for a little while, and it's just very hard to do anything with a mask on.
Right.
And right before the pandemic happened, I also had my grandmother passed away, and her favorite thing to ever see me
Aw,
do was dance. So like that
right.
hit me, and I was practicing for the show, and then all of a sudden the pandemic happened, and like everything stopped. So I was working on a new routine, and I was getting really like I was at getting to like my peak. Still have that routine in mind. When the time comes for me to use it, I will absolutely break it out. I'm really excited about it, but it's going to be sealed lips until it's time to be out there. But yeah, not being able to perform, not being able to see people, just not being able to, have that community that comes with dance and comes with, either be pole, it be ballet, it be burlesque. I didn't have it. I was like trapped in my house. So like I would just sit in my room. I would work. I'd sit here all day, stare at a screen. Nobody wanted to talk to me. But then when it was finally over, and then I injured myself, and that's when I kind of fell back into like, okay, now what am I supposed to do? And then just I was at the right place at the right time for things to happen, and the high that comes after a performance is just a something that I don't get like anywhere else. Like just being on stage, it's almost like sometimes I just like black out, and I watch a video later. I'm like, where did that move come from? Because so yeah,
Oh,
it was performing and being on stage was very much missed from me during the pandemic. And we do some. I still do some virtual shows, dependent, but it's not the same. It's not.
right.
I don't get the same like. I like getting into the crowd and like walking up to people and making them feel weird or good or whatever they're gonna feel that day, depending on what I'm
Exactly.
dressed as. Um, but yeah, I'm glad that's over, and knock on wood. Oops, I just shook my camera. That doesn't happen again, because I will not be able to survive. I'll move to Florida. No, I
Yeah.
couldn't survive down there either.
But yeah, so I'm glad that you're getting opportunities again, and that things are starting to go forward for you. So just wish
Thank
that
you.
more stuff keeps going forward to you. So
Thank you. Me too. I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of
yeah.
just entertaining to do, and I know this will never be my full time job because I still have student loans to pay, unfortunately, and
Right.
I don't fit into the criteria of getting them wiped away.
Aw.
Even though I did fill out the I did fill out the application last night, but I
Right.
mean, the nicest thing about going to college and having my student loans is I knew how to get on a microphone with you today because I majored in broadcast journalism and had my own radio show at Penn State. So uh, it's always exciting for me to jump on a talking type of situation.
Awesome. Yeah. So just being part of Dan-A-Plooza, it's kind of like a little bit like a family and networking. So we'll do whatever we can to help you and get you recognized and opportunities. So
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. The more followers and the more likes and all that stuff I get on Instagram, I know it's so corny to say, but the more likes and stuff I get on there, that when I go to apply to shows, they'll see that they're real people and not bots. And that will
oh
want people
yeah,
to book me because I'll bring a crowd with me, which I usually do. I usually bring like a good but Saturday, one of my friends, her friend is coming up to Philly for a bachelorette party, so there's like 10 girls all come to the show.
hmm
She's also in it, so they have to come see it, but they wanted to do something cool, and they
yeah.
probably would have came anyway, but it
But
helps.
yeah, so just keep that in mind. And sometimes we do panels like burlesque panels, so we can always add you onto that, and you can network and meet all kinds of other burlesque
Love it.
dancers in different areas. Hey Nathan, thanks for watching, buddy. He's one of our supporters.
Hi, Nathan. Thanks for watching and listening.
um, so with the year kind of like winding down, is there anything you're looking forward to like in 2023?
I I do have a show on January 6th, and it's here in Philly, and they call it Tassel Time Warp. And
Awesome.
what they do is they pick a year, and then you pick a song. So the year is 1992. So I have a couple songs that I'm tossing around
Oh
in
wow.
my head. I was looking at the charts and what was released, and I was like, "Oh yeah, there's some good stuff for 1992."
Uh-huh.
And I like to just go a little bit off the cuff and do more of like the rock side or songs that you wouldn't think of a person to be to be dancing to is more more my style. But I'm just I'm always excited for a new year, new beginnings, new chapters. Seeing what's coming with it. Just to continue to develop as a performer, and also just get through the holidays, get through what I call our selling season, and hopefully just keep getting more shows and more opportunity for me to be creative outside of my normal space.
It's interesting when you mentioned the 1992 songs and everything, because literally, uh, just thinking all the 90s songs like just started, like in my head, like a track and everything. And, you know, it's like a CD set doing that. And immediately I thought of something hilarious, and I'll share with you. I don't know if you remember. Do you remember the tag team? Whoop, there it is.
Yes.
It was gonna
How
be
could I
like
forget?
it's gonna be like tag teams back again, check it, and I'd be like
And then
Celtic,
just get everybody
yeah,
to do the whoop.
yeah, and
There
then I'll be
it
like,
is.
and there's Celtic
Woo.
curses, whoop, there she is, there she
Oh,
is.
that's good. That's good. I didn't even look at that like because I'm 1992. I was in kindergarten, but I
Oh
have one of
wow.
those very strange memories. I remember everything. I remember being at the end of the year pool party dance, and the bus driver was playing that there. That was kind of creep. Now that I think about it.
Yeah. Um,
Story for a different day.
a different day. uh, when I was, let's see, 92, I was like 7, and I think I had my Vanilla Ice shirt on, and that's what I would do. I had my
Nice.
lunchbox and the Vanilla Ice, and I didn't know all the lyrics. I would just sing like just the chorus and everything.
Yeah,
But
most of the time it's just the chorus, trying to get through that. But yeah, I don't remember all the lyrics to that one, but I know that was a big song. But it's also grunge was big then, so
oh
or
yeah,
might get in some good old R&B slow jams. You never know. You never know
yeah,
what's gonna pop out.
oh yeah. I even think I don't even know if it's 92 or later. The Paula Abdul Opposites Attract.
I think it might have been early with the cat, right? The
Yeah.
cat cartoon dancer. I
Hmm.
think that might have been a little earlier,
Yeah.
maybe like 90 or right around that time. I would have to sneak to watch MTV, but I would see what was popular. Um, so it's why I have such an affinity for Dave Grohl, Nirvana, and the Foo Fighters, I guess.
Oh
Well, Nirvana was
yes.
still around then, but um, and everyone could shame me for it, but I'm a big fan of you too. All right. I know
Yeah.
Bono's a preacher, but I I grew up on their music, and I'm very Irish, hence the name Celtic Curses.
Awesome. I think that's great. I am also Irish as well, and I've
Nice.
spent some time over in Ireland. So
So jealous. I haven't been over there yet. It's on my bucket list of traveling. So hopefully within the next 2 years, I can get over there. I still have family that live
oh
over
okay.
there. And ever since my grandmother passed, I really wanted to get over to Ireland to see where my great grandmother, the house she
Oh,
was
okay.
born in, is still there. So I just need to find these people that are
You're
my
right.
if you're my family out there, your last name's Holland or Bowen or Brannigan, let me know, and because I would love to come see. I did 23andMe, and I keep trying to see if I can find anybody that's over there that I have some bloodline related to. So I think it's like second or third cousins that I have.
I would definitely recommend, because I went in 2009, so definitely recommend spending time in Dublin, and Killarney was one of my favorite places to go.
Yeah,
So
Dublin. I have some like on my 23andMe map. So I have some blood in there, and then County Cork, which is more north, and then
Oh yeah.
Calgary. But I would do the whole thing. Made my brother do it too, and it turns
Oh
out
wow.
that my family name Brannigan goes all the way back to the 1500s, and there was a dynasty that that in Northern Ireland that I have a genome related to up there.
Okay.
So I'm a princess.
The Princess Celtic Curse.
Nah, it's more of, if I would have been born in those times, I would have burned on a stake, that's for sure.
Oh, I think you would have survived for sure.
One way or another, I would have got through it. But
Yeah. So as we wrap up Dan-A-Plooza, is there anything else you'd like to say or promote on the show?
Yeah, so just again, follow me. The more likes, more followers I get, the more chances I get to be on stage and share wonderful content with the world everywhere. I have, if you're in the Philadelphia area, I'm performing on again next Saturday and it's a vampire theme. So if you're a fan of True Blood, I would say come and make it out. You might get an alternative side to Sookie Stackhouse. I'm also on the 21st. I'm doing a thing called kittening. So I'm kind of helping behind the scenes during a show. That's a way to get your name out there and get seen. But it's a Halloween. So I'm going to dress up as a bunny because I like bunnies more. So, and they're all over I have 3 rabbits in my office, by the way.
Oh, very cool.
And that's on the 21st. And that is it at Club Ruba. And then on Halloween, I am doing a spooky show. Still fleshing out some ideas for that one right now. Will be different than the vampire one. This one has no cover. I believe it starts at 9. But if you follow me on Instagram, I'll make sure I definitely get all the info out there for when it's there. And that one is on Dobbs on South Street. So it's just come to the bar, grab some drinks, and then you get some cool people dancing around doing spooky stuff.
Yes, 'tis the spooky season, and make sure you come out and support the very talented, beautiful Celtic Curses. So
Thank you.
Sure you go and support her. Make sure also to follow on the Instagram at Celtic Curses. If you're interested in the Rabbit Act, please message her as well. That's something that you definitely wanted to take a look at and enjoy the amazing entertainment. So I'd like to thank my guest at this time, the talented Celtic Curses. Thank you for being...
Thank you, Dan, for having me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you for being on Dan-A-Plooza. I'd like to thank everybody for watching Dan-A-Plooza. And on Thursday, cosplay Halloween panel. I'll have a costume. We have other cosplay players, and we'll be here celebrating Dan-A-Plooza. So everyone stay tuned, take care, and have a good night.